Morning, guys. These thumbnails are crazy. What the fuck? These thumbnails are crazy, man. Good morning, Solis. Alright. No new solo leveling content from any news yet. What to do about that? I can't believe Hondo was getting dialogues. What anime trailer is it? That's right. Hondo was sent by Anakoji's dad. We never knew all this time. What is this shit? Is this even airing right now? 5 months ago. Where are my Classroom of the Elite videos?
Honestly, I didn't think gushing over Magical Girls had it in them, but with episode 4, they did something that even I was a little surprised by, and honestly, for 3 weeks now, I've been coming up here just bamboozled by how this got to air on TV. But what I mean is, they actually made a pretty tame episode. Sure, you do.
Baited. Baited. It's goated? Then why is no one making reactions on it? Oh, 5 months ago? Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. What the fuck is King of Lightning checking this out for? That's random. This guy made a video on it a while ago. How did a guy with the 535 subs have a direct interview video with Baxity here? Isn't this and ED Anime? What the fuck? He just collabs with already established reactors on YouTube despite being such a small channel. How? Why? How does this make sense? What? You don't do this with Riz. This guy's clearly like an insider friend. This is random as fuck. I don't know. You would think that, you know, to get like attention from these guys with like 50k subs, 100k subs and beyond, you know, you would want like a channel on the same ballpark range, but he's only got 535 and he's getting like fucking 80 views off of it, which implies that he's an he's like an insider friend. Random as fuck. Okay, that's kind of cool. Editor? Good call. Good call. Glad you're enjoying the class with the elite content. There needs to be more classroom of the elite enjoyers, man. Where is my videos at? Where's my fucking video essays here, man? Where's my reviews? It's only H. Brandon. What the fuck? I doubt Basis Viewpoint has a new video out already. It's too early. Yeah, it did come out only yesterday. I'm expecting too much. H. Brandon is really fast with it though. He's so fucking fast. I guess that's the only video we got to farm. No, this girl popped up again.
Season 3 Episode 4, the unedited version will be up on Patreon, and early videos will be on Patreon and YouTube membership. Let's go! Is this real or fake news?
Shut up, Michan. Shut your mouth. No reaction to Michan getting shut up? Come on now.
Fake news.
Just
Straight
walk
up reply.
away.
Why does he keep on going?
Did Arisu tell him to do this? I don't
Suspicious.
know, man.
I think he's overdoing it, Yamauchi.
But does he even know he's overdoing it? He doesn't even know it though, right? Just fucking so funny, dude. Alright. Edited early access is on YouTube. She does early membership reactions, huh? Interesting. I always wonder the well, members only perks. Does this make sense? I feel like it is another way of avenue of monetizing. Have you guys seen other you're right, he is dating Arisa. He's got a god complex now. Even more than before. But have you guys seen other anime reaction channels that does membership early access videos like this? I mean, you are just kind of just creating a fake incentive out of nowhere and just time gating the content. Not really, right? I have seen some people have set this up too, and I'm not sure how well it works, but yeah. Yeah, I noticed some reactors do. Most don't, but some do. And it's like the membership thing, early access, is a little counterintuitive because it's like, okay, new Classroom of the Elite video drops. Should probably get on it. And other reactors are going to upload it as fast as possible, like Freshest Anime, for example, right? But it's like, if you were to delay it, doesn't that kind of work against you? I don't know. It seems like timing of uploads doesn't really seem to matter that much as long as it's not too late. Like a day membership access for like a day early could make sense. I don't know. Interesting though. Interesting though. Michelangelo. Holy shit, 137,000 subs. Jeez, there's just so many fucking reaction channels I never just knew existed. It just fucking kills it. Jesus. Where are my videos though? Where are my video essay reviews? It's only those two, man. There's nothing else. Okay, maybe we just farm those two videos and then we just get on to the there is this. Technically there is this, but this only does this is just a 1 to 4. We haven't even done 1 to 4. Can't really react to this until you've seen all 1 to 4, huh? And honestly, the light novel reader, they just want to fucking watch the just the second year content, to be honest. They don't give a fuck about this stuff. Hello, first time. What am I doing? What am I doing? What's winning right now, guys? Spider anime is winning, dude. Spider anime is actually going to fucking win, dude. I'm surprised. Bakemonogatari loses again. Surprised that Tanya's doing this bad, because Tanya's not the isekai. I expected Tanya to kind of be like the same level as like the Spider anime, but Bakemonogatari taking another L. Hello, everybody. New coat? Oh, I have not. Why are you assuming that I already saw Fate? Cautious here didn't make it because it doesn't deserve it. It's already made it onto like 7 different polls and lost every time. It got a similar ballpark range, but I'm gonna let other shows in. No point repeating the same goddamn fucking series that keeps losing. It's better to try different shit and actually try it out. Quintessential Quintuplets is not in here because I don't want to fragment my momentum. Why would I suddenly divert horizontally and ignore my current isekai and power fantasy audience in favor of a rom-com series that I have no interest in farming? You guys don't understand this because you just want to see your favorite anime. But in order to grow on YouTube, you need to have a focus. Why do you think Spider right now is winning with such a significant margin over everyone else here? Because that's the theme of this channel, right? That's the theme of the YouTube algorithm, because there's a huge market of isekai audience that I have gained a favor of. So then me suddenly changing that and pivoting into a different genre that my audience doesn't actually care about, that does me no good. You want to invest vertically into one deep bucket rather than having horizontally with a bunch of shallow buckets. Bro does not like rom-com? What is this then? I'm delivering fucking peak snafu reactions every single fucking day on Twitch. None of you guys can fucking appreciate that shit though. Any News has a videos on Fate. We could definitely check it out, but we can't really if Fate Zero is not gonna win. Alright, you're getting fucking annoying, dude. I woke up fucking like 20 minutes ago streaming the fucking morning. You're gonna start fucking... Why are you being like this, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? Go fuck yourself. It's all about the money, but it's also all about what the user wants. People are voting for this. They're saying they want it. So what the fuck should I do? Should I say no? Should I go something else? Because you personally don't want that show? Yes, I've already said Hondo spoke, yes. I'm surprised that Tanya's doing this bad, man. I actually thought that Tanya would win this, not Spider. But it looks like the Isekai fans want the Spiders more than Tanya. Odd to me. Also, why the fuck would quintessential quintuplets even make it onto the list? Like, Bakemonogatari had more likes, by like 20 more fucking likes, and look at this shit. It's fucking dead last. Tanya's not really that fun. We need to eventually watch it for the sake of Isekai Quartet. No, I'm not posting it when you're asleep. You're sleeping when I'm posting it. We don't really have to farm Isekai Quartet, but it'd be nice to at least cover the bases, right? But like, we still have plenty of time. There's fucking ReZero, Overlord I have to cover in order to get the Isekai Quartet. I'm not really sweating about it. To be honest, we've only like covered fucking Konosuba from all that, right? Has there really not been Spider reactions? I thought that this is like an older Isekai that a lot of people have farmed out, just like Reincarnate as a Slime. There's plenty of shit like that, right? Less, huh? Yes, today is Instant Death and Chain Soldier Day. Hey, what would you guys think that what about Mushoku Tensei season 1 reruns, huh? What about after Spider? I put in Mushoku Tensei season 1. Just 24 episodes season 1. We just do a little fucking recap reaction just like Slime right now before April, because we don't have that on this channel. I wonder if people will be interested in that. Then again, Slime is doing so fucking bad it's unreal on YouTube. So maybe it's not a good idea to visit re-reactions again. There's a decent Mushoku Tensei audience that was enjoying the show on my channel, so there's a good chance that people might be down, but if it's against another anime they really want to watch, I don't know. Sometimes it's good to just like, I'm basically double dipping. I just don't have that first season playlist on my channel, so it's like, it'd be nice to have it. Doesn't matter if a series has been farmed out, because the ultimate goal is that people don't care. People want to watch a person for their reaction, not for the series. That's the ultimate end goal. So it doesn't matter how many different reactions of a particular series there is. If people find actual value in that specific reactor, that's the ultimate goal. Mushoku Tensei light novel streams, huh? Honestly, I'm not really too sure about these light novel streams, man. The light novel streams are a bit of a waste of time, because that's a time slot I could have used to farm out a different YouTube video, another anime reaction I could have been doing on Twitch. I'm just doing a Classroom of the Elite is something I'm personally interested in. More light novel streams will probably not resume after Classroom of the Elite. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to finish all the volumes. There's so many different volumes. In terms of like optimizing for channel content output, doing light novel readings is not a very good idea. Unless you can make content out of it, but I'm too busy with different anime reactions. I'm not gonna quote Sir Gregor to edit fucking random bits of the streams for that. Now, if I was doing this full time, then it's a little bit different. But even then, I would still want to like optimize time to like focus on like a second YouTube channel. Oh, come on. At least finish the Classroom of the Light novel streams when I'm only on fucking that beginning of volume 2. And how many fucking volumes are there, dude? We're literally like 2% of the way in, and you're telling me, oh, at least finish it, as if we're fucking rounding up, dude. Ain't no way. Alright. Enough yapping around. Let's make some videos. And then let's get to the light novel stream. Unfortunately, there's not enough videos that I want to watch. I can probably watch these two though. All right, let's see what Brandon has to say about this.
Classroom Elite is suffering brain rot. Classroom
All right, let's see what he has to say.
Elite is Classroom
Let's see.
Elite is suffering brain rot.
Is it?
Classroom Elite is suffering.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Classroom of the Elite Season 3 Episode 4 was fucking insufferable. Yamagata did pop off of it. Let's see what Mr. H. Brandon has to say.
Brain rot. And if we don't, Classroom Elite is suffering brain rot. And if we don't remove said rot soon enough, I worry for the show's health. I am of course talking about Yamauchi. Dude needs to be truck-cooned ASAP.
He is... So far, I've been memeing about Black Room Yamauchi. Sometimes he's funny, you know. Oh, he did Marikita. He was the actual master plan of season 1, you know, the island arc, because it wasn't Ayano that planned it, it was Yamauchi. It's fun to meme around with characters like this. But last episode, when he told Michan to shut up, I felt like something changed in me. This guy is a fucking menace, and right now, I enjoy it when his dumb idiot tendencies are like ruining other people, like when he fucking ran into, you know, he just kicked Arisus Kane. But when he's doing it to us, it's like, this guy needs to fucking die.
I refuse to apologize for that level of slander because this dude is insufferable. When the rumors start spreading, whether or not you were involved or not, I don't think so. I don't think he's smart enough to go the route of being a master manipulator. If so,
he gets master manipulated, but he's so confident it almost seems like he is the fucking leader.
no props to him. But it doesn't matter whether he's just an innocent bystander who gets, ooh, I just want to make sure, you know, it's not true. You're a prostitute. You like who? You hate who? It's like,
Dude, it was going like bap, 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 like non-stop smiling. Like as soon as people got the fucking messages on their phone, right? Their bulletin board or whatever, their fucking Reddit, their Twitter, right? All these rumors spread. Everyone's like, this is horrible. No way. And Yamauchi's like, awesome. Yeah. It's like, this guy is unhinged.
obviously the way rumors spread like a wildfire,
Yeah.
and how dumbass kids just start latching onto it.
Yeah.
The fact that we were so good with class unity, only
Hondo.
for a character like him to almost
2 fucking seasons of building up the framework. Ayano Koji spent 2 fucking seasons establishing the framework, carrying everybody, manipulating everybody behind the scenes to unite us. And finally, we have a sense of unity, which has now been crushed within a single episode. Not even throughout the entire episode. It was just 3 minutes of the last part of the last episode. He crushed it effortlessly. Black Room activities.
immediately be the first to kind of take a sledgehammer to it, and just how everyone's just like, bro, can you chill? And he just, there's something about his face. There's something so insufferable
Yes.
about Yamauchi's face.
Yes, and it's intentional. Because it's the shape of his eyebrows and the absolute confidence he makes with his eyes and the grin he has. As if he knows better. As if he is just so aware and enlightened, but he's not. He's so unaware. He doesn't know he's getting manipulated by Arisu. He doesn't, I don't know. And here's the thing, right? Like, why do you think doing this to your class is good? Unless you're trying to intentionally like break down this class in favor of getting points from Arisu so that you can transfer over or some shit. If that's the deal, okay, that might make sense. But we know goddamn well that's not the case. This idiot is just fucking starting shit for the sake of starting shit because he's dumb as fuck.
That you just want to see him get truck-coon. And I doubt I'm the only one feeling that level of hatred for this character, but he is
Even Ike got mad, dude. This is the idiot trio. This is his friend group. Yamauchi, Ike, and Pseudo. Technically, there is like fucking Hondo and Hakase, the professor, but it doesn't really matter. Ike got mad enough to start trying to punch Yamauchi. That's how bad it is right now.
brain rot. He is so pointless, so insufferable that I
Pointless? I'm not sure. I think there is a big point to all this. But insufferable? Yes.
want to see him fail. Now, don't get it twisted. It's good to have characters that make you heated and make you upset. And I think he serves that purpose. I just want to see him fail. I want to see him absolutely be crushed under pressure, the weight of this class. I want to see them all rise together.
The way that I envisioned Yamagod's character to develop was like this. I thought that I never anticipated him to be malicious towards us, right? I thought that this is a mean character. We all know he's a fucking idiot. We all know that he has ridiculous lines that's so self-unaware, but in that sense, it's kind of funny. He becomes a very funny character if you don't take it too seriously, right? And there are some great moments where he starts to pop off against other classes, like effortlessly crushing the queen of the school in the first episode, right? By fucking knocking her cane over. Stuff like that's very funny to me. So I thought that this character would go on to do more stuff like that, like unintentionally getting manipulated by Anakoji to, you know, say a bunch of lies, fake news to kind of like hype himself up and the rest of the class against other classes and for us to benefit off of that. But no, we're going a completely different route right now, and I'm not really a fan of it. Well, I'm not really a fan as in I don't like the way that Yamagata is being developed because now I have to hate him. But in terms of the spicy content that's coming out of it, oh, it's fucking good.
And toss that dude into the garbage pail because he's just absolute cancer that needs to be purged.
Kushida too, by the way.
Well, what a great episode of Classroom of the Elite. We have a Valentine's Day focused episode that has no right being as good as it is.
And like, I forgot entirely about the Valentine's focus because like, again, the last 3 minutes, it was like the most hyped shit I've seen in a while.
And then they end with the cherry on top, which is that brain rot and the interesting rumor that is now spreading. And honestly, how the class's unity is going to repair after being kind of shattered at this point. Now, I have a full live reaction to today's
Check him out on Patreon, guys.
Elite episode over on my Patreon, so if you would like to see my full uncut thoughts, they're over there if you're interested. This was a really good episode. I think, honestly, episodes 1 and 2 were good. They were enjoyable. It's Classroom of the Elite. It's always going to be enjoyable at worst. I think episode 3 took it up a notch, and honestly, this one, for me, a lot more interesting, which is weird because as much as I do like cutesy Valentine's Day's kind of special episodes,
I don't care. I want to see Hondo talk. I want to see NPC get involved in the drama.
I really don't look at a show like this and say, yeah, I definitely want to see that in Classroom of the Elite. So this episode, in a way, has no right being as good as it is because you would assume a character as disconnected as Aino Koji from literally everyone, who the connections he forms in the show are basically situational events that he's triggering the flags. Like I said, like he's basically a visual novel character, a really well-written visual novel character. But he's just manipulating this world like a visual novel, trying to set flags for characters to go to objectives that he wants them to do. So characters wanting to fall in love or have fallen in love with him, and him just being so deadpan, like, I don't give a shit. I mean, an episode like this on paper shouldn't be interesting when everyone else is kind of acting like your typical generic, it's Valentine's Day, am I gonna get chocolates? I wonder who's gonna give me chocolates.
Pseudo and Ike did not get chocolates.
Oh, did you get it's like, none of that mattered.
I can't believe Suzume didn't prepare anything for Pseudo, man. That's so mean. He could at least fucking, you know, it's his dog. At least prepare some fucking treats, right?
Right, like that stuff should be so out of place. But when you have a character like him, who is such a good MC, so many thoughts going through his head, his face ranges from unenthusiastic
to unenthusiastic. It's just the same face every time. Wow, that's crazy. I would have never thought. I'm so happy right now. Amazing.
He's slow in the head to, oh my god, is he gonna stab us? Like, those are his facial reactions, and it's fantastic because no one can properly read him. And I like the idea of him almost getting tailed and followed, because when you look at like a situation from afar, him meeting up with Kay could very much be perceived as like, oh, they're manipulating behind the scenes, this or that. And then it just kind of becomes, I'm giving you chocolate, which then becomes, wait, what if it's actually like they're handing something special out? Like, what if it's not chocolate in the bag, but maybe this? And
what was in the rice porridge, man? What was in the fucking rice porridge? I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves right now, but like, what the fuck was in the rice porridge that he gave out to Ichinose? Was it poison? Is he trying to fucking, you know, make Ichinose super sick too? What's going on?
Yeah, probably my favorite moment, at least of this anime season of Classroom of the Elite, which it's so simple, but it's the way this man goes from kind of like having a peaceful-ish conversation with the two of them to then
Hashimoto going in,
hand slam against a wall, being like, yes, wow, you go out with me. And I love how he very clearly was trying to get a reaction out of Aino Koji.
Just like how Ryun was trying to do to Aino. Well, you know, he was like talking to Suzume, but every time we were doing that in season 2 and 1, he's technically trying to get a reaction out of Aino Koji. So Hashimoto doing the same thing right now just to see, will he react? No. He just walks away.
Like, don't talk to her like that. You know, basically just trying to prove something. And as soon as she's uncomfortable and he like gives the side eye, like, what are you gonna do now, bro? And before he can even finish his sentence, I know Koji just turns around and says,
"Nah, I'm out."
Later. And his reaction, like, what? It's just, there's something so amazing about characters acting as you would expect in a situation like this. Characters spying on people, trying to figure out the big objectives. Characters just being generically flirty, which, don't get it mistaken, I like our girl, but all these situations, they are very typical anime scenes. And then there's Aino Koji who just says, yeah,
bye, I don't care.
And then just dips. His entire reason for going over to someone who's 6 home is because he needs to keep certain flags active in order to get to the objective that he's aiming for.
And what's the objective? To get Ichinose Honami to ask for help. She won't ask for help, she's being too strong. How do we break her down more? Rice porridge. Poison it.
It's just, I don't understand how this show continues to keep me so interested, because as much as I do like those kind of like Valentine's Day flirty episodes in anime, it's for certain types of anime. And I don't really look at a show where I'm like, this man's manipulating everyone and any genuine relationship he might have is done so for an objective as it stands. It shouldn't work on paper, yet
it's good because in my opinion, even the pool episode I think is a good example. There are moments where, because of the tone of this show was so sinister and dramatic and heavy and mind games and manipulation and all that, that when you get regular moments like a Valentine's Day episode, like imagine if there was like a fucking summer festival episode or something, right? Even then, I'll add in all these different like rom-com events, culture festival, whatnot. It'll be super interesting due to the nature of the characters in Classroom Elite and how they operate in that context. Because again, of the contrast between what those like rom-com slice of life events are supposed to be, but put in these sociopathic characters like Aino Koji in it, it just makes for good content.
So captivating. And like I say, like this show, despite having one of the more obvious criticisms for its anime adaptations, I'm of the fence, even though I haven't read the source.
It keeps killing it, man.
People saying like pacing wise, we would be 3 more seasons down the line to get to this point if we...
And again, I don't think that's a very good, like a compelling argument to say, like, to justify why this pacing is this fast. I would be perfectly fine if we took another 3 seasons to get to the point where we're at right now in the anime, because it's all about the journey and about enjoying this content series as much as possible rather than racing to the finish line.
You know, adapted all the internal thoughts. That wouldn't work for an anime. But there's always stuff that is left out that could work for an anime, and I very much recognize that pacing-wise, they do leave out some big moments that would be nice to see, or maybe flesh certain things out. But I say still, this anime doesn't leave me confused on character motivations, and it doesn't leave me like feeling like I can't understand the anime. But it's interesting.
It gives you enough. It gives you enough and delivers on the most important scenes to make you, as an anime only, to follow what's going on pretty well. Yeah, I agree.
How much of a botched anime adaptation it's universally criticized as, yet it only gets popular, like more so with each season. And
numbers
really
don't lie.
Because I think it definitely goes to show just how good this story is, that something that's so meaty in internal thoughts and really getting inside Aino Koji's head very clearly from its light novel, it still translates so well because I think the studio does such a good job with the facial reactions of Aino Koji.
Wait. What do you mean facial reactions of Aino Koji? Hold up. So your justification of why the anime does so well, despite cutting out so much light novel content, is because of Aino Koji's immaculate facial expressions. Okay, let him cook.
And how I think his body reactions and his posture and just how he examines and observes things.
So does he just mean how Aino Koji remains to be this cool, calculating, cold robot in the outside whenever shit happens?
He does such a good job at really getting inside his head, so then when he does certain actions in this world, you still have a pretty good idea of what he's thinking. It's kind of a situation of show don't tell, and some shows that works with, and I think a character-driven show like this, I think Classroom Elite...
Yeah, show don't tell in terms of Aino Koji's plans. You never really know, right? He just kind of just does shit. Just for example, the porridge stuff. What's going on there? Who really knows? There was a fucking 5-second in the elevator where we were just panning at Aino Koji's head while he's holding the fucking porridge. Is that supposed to be some kind of monologue where he's thinking about how he's about to poison Ichinose? I don't fucking know, but still... The way that I'm always guessing about what Aino Koji's thinking, and he has this cold, expressionless face, you know, not much of a facial reaction, but it really makes you think, what is he thinking right now with this blank face that he's doing? What is he actually thinking? Yeah, I can see that for sure.
movie really does it well. I mean, like I said, Class Unity was looking pretty good, and then everything kind of went up in smokes. It's probably gonna get heated for a little longer. I mean, we had the dramatic phone call last week. We don't know who did that phone call. Probably the same people who just did the message board.
Who did the phone call? The same people that did the message board. I think these could be separate plot lines. It could be, Brandon could be right, but I want to go with the idea and entertain the thought that it is Ayano Koji's dad's faction and a secret agent, the spies. This is my headcanon right now because I just want to believe that this is true and that there exists characters in this show that are seemingly NPCs that are white room double agents. I just want to believe that, man.
Kind of slander. It's gonna get heated. It's gonna get spicy. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if school fights are breaking out. And honestly,
good. We haven't had violence in a while. Come on, I want some fucking fights.
It's probably gonna work out. And I think our boy went into that class today thinking he was gonna have an easy time, and now he's like, God damn it, I hate these people even more than ever before. And like I said, that douchebag, he's brain rot, he's cancer, and he needs to go. Let me know what you thought.
He needs to go, huh? Does Yamagod have to go? Is this irredeemable for Yamagod? It's just unfortunate because I feel like we could have used Yamagod as a pretty good tool in cases where he's good at just hyping shit up by lying, inflating things, and making it seem like he's greater than life. I do enjoy him for moments like that, but the moment he told Michan to shut up, something changed in me. If you haven't seen the reaction, check it out. I just stopped right there and I'm like, no, I will not fucking allow this. Not Michan. She's way too cute. But you guys started spamming Giga Chats because Yamagod just being a blatant dick like that with zero hesitation kind of is a Giga Chat. I'm kind of all over the place with these characters. But hey, that's not the video from Mr. H. Brandon, please go like the video, sub to the channel if you did. And until next time, take care. I think we might want to watch this one too. This one's called Inside the Mind of a True Sigma. It's a parody Classroom of the Elite video. I think it's gonna be hilarious. Hold up. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Some of you guys in chat, like, when I'm making a YouTube video on Classroom Elite and I'm going into a discussion, I'm talking about what Mr. Brandon's saying, and you come into chat asking me, hey, do you play Skyrim? Hey, I do this instead. It's just so out of topic. Like, do you expect me to, like, just stop the video and, like, answer you individually in the middle of a recording session? Like, why don't you think about actually listening to what's going on the screen and try to, like, build upon the conversation rather than just coming out of fucking nowhere with your own random shit and trying to derail what's going on. I just feel like sometimes you guys are like, I don't know what's going on in your heads, but just be aware when I'm making a YouTube video, I'm not gonna just like stop the video to answer people's individual unrelated questions. If you want like a reaction out of me, you should try to like talk about what's going on the screen. Don't you feel like that's the best way to get my attention? Think a little. Also, someone mentioned, are super chats turned off? It's not. What do you mean super chats are turned off? Okay, let's watch one video of this.
I just have to know.
Okay, no subtitles required. All right, here we go.
What's...
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Inside the Mind of a True Sigma from Mr. Resolve. We got another Classroom of the Elite video, but it's a parody. Let's see it.
I just have to know. What's going on in this head of yours, Ayano Koji?
He's probably looking at the thighs at a reflection from the bus's window because this is a horny Koji.
The class, obnoxious as ever. I just can't escape those simpletons' annoying chatter. If you wonder what's going on, the teacher's explaining the rules to this trip, but I'm obviously not listening. As a proud Sigma male, I make my own rules. I'm a lone wolf of sorts.
I feel like, does he ever think like that? I feel like this is the internal monologue of Hikiga Hachiman and Snafu. Does Anakoji ever think like this? I mean, it kind of feels like because of the character's so cold, we could see him like this, but I just feel like he's never really considered himself any of the sort, but okay.
Is this it?
Look at this. Chuckles in delusion. No, this is what like fucking like Kazuma from like Konosuba, where someone else, this is straight up Hachiman, man. This is actually Hachiman.
Is this it?
Okay.
Whoa, it's cute.
Why did he do Ike's voice acting like that?
Is this it? Whoa, it's cute.
All right.
On my Wait, don't mistake this for me feeling intimidated or being socially awkward.
Oh, he actually got this right on point, right? Because he is socially awkward. Sometimes he just fucking stands in the fucking lunch hall because he doesn't know where to fucking sit, right? He's just like, shit, I have no one to sit and eat food with, right? In the anime, it makes it look like he's like a fucking cold robot, but he is super socially awkward. He just gets like a panic attack sometimes, right?
I just hate having to interact with those betas. After all, Sigma rule number 1 is thriving.
Sigma rule number 1 is never eat lunch with friends. Remember, you don't have to justify to your mom why eating lunch alone is being called a Sigma, guys.
Number 1 is thrive in being by yourself. I'm gonna check the weather app. Sigma is always prepared and ready after.
This is what you do when like you're in like you're like a public situation and like you might see like a group of people that you kind of might know or someone that you don't want to interact with. So you pull up your phone and you fucking scroll. You just open random apps just to feel like you're doing something. Just to feel like you're like it's to kind of like bypass this awkwardness. That's right. Sigma strategy.
Hey, Ayana Koji!
Oh my god! A girl? Oh, it's Horikita. No, I'm not freaking out. Sigma rule number 2 and 3. Never show emotion and don't press. That's right. I should just remain silent.
Ayana Koji?
Should I say something?
No, Sigma silence.
Sigma would never. Wait, that's right. Rule number 4. Let your eyes do the talking.
Let your eyes do the talking. They ain't talking anything, dude.
The talking.
What the fuck are you doing? Why are you just staring at me? Okay.
Cold
this is
Sigma
weird.
stares.
I was just gonna ask about your opinion on the rules. You must have found a loophole, I presume.
Sigma rule number 5. Always think before you speak. Okay, so she wants to extract valuable information from me, which I don't have because I wasn't listening, using her seductive feminine charms, but I shall not falter.
What happened to you?
That's right. I will.
Hello?
Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Perfect. Sigma rule.
The voice acting
Extract valuable information from me, which I don't have because I wasn't listening, using her seductive feminine charms, but I shall not falter.
What happened to you?
That's right. I will.
Hello?
Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Cold Ayana Koji voice acting.
Perfect! Sigma rule number 6. A Sigma is always shrouded in mystery. Flawless execution, Ayana Koji.
Okay.
I think Horikita thinks we're special now at this point.
Fine. Well, I can't believe I'm gonna ask you this, but would you like to sit with me at lunch?
No.
Base.
Yes! I did it! I rejected Horikita. This will only make her want me more according to that Sigma book I bought.
What the hell is your
Sigma book you bought? Bro, fucking bought Andrew Tate's Hustlers University courses, man.
What the hell is your problem? Why are you being such an ass?
I'm so shit! I slipped up!
A true Sigma never apologizes, that's right.
Such a rookie mistake!
You're so
what?
what? You're pissing me off!
Ayana Koji, what would a Sigma do here?
Just walk away. Don't explain yourself, just walk away.
I'm so tired from all the work I did last night. Nice! Work can mean so many things. What kind of work would a high school student even be doing? That's it! I'm so mysterious!
What kind of work are we talking about here?
Look at her!
You don't want to know.
to know it's working!
You know what? I don't care. Just one last thing. What was that book in your bag?
Book?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
The book in her bag. Is this something about the equality thing? I forget. This is like all over the place because this looked like it started in season 3 content, but now it looks like their first time meeting after the exchange after the bus.
There was this white wolf on the cover. I think it was something about
Sigma Wolf starts a rebellion.
Sigma something.
Find out about that book.
Oh my god. You're gonna take 5 minutes to respond again, aren't you?
My worst nightmare. How did this
I
happen?
fucking hate you.
I bought it for a friend.
What?
Yes, that's
I
good.
don't have any friends.
Bruh.
Shit!
Well, if you really think about it, is Anakoji a Sigma male? Maybe he is. It's pretty funny to kind of like listen to what his inner thoughts as a Sigma might be. But hey, that's a resolve video. Give his video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you did. Maybe we'll check out some other ones. Maybe he has some more videos cooking up, man. Alright. I think it's time for this.
However,
Let's see. Boom. Refresh. What's winning? Spider is still winning at 40%. That is pretty crazy. It's gonna be this situation again. Actually, Moonlight Fantasy almost won like 50%. That's fucking crazy. Why should I react to your fucking trailer? Justify why I should react to it. What good do I get out of it, huh? Why should I do it? For your personal fucking satisfaction? You want me to just stop the entire show and deliver on your personal needs right now? Why should I fucking do it? Justify. Convince me, then I'll do it. Monogatari's dead last. This shit ain't winning. Again, I told you. Bakemonogatari performed like this the last time too. Bakemonogatari was the most liked fucking comment on that video I asked for. But it turns out, it's not about what's most liked because most people are just lurking and they don't give a shit. They just want to vote for whatever just showing up. Bakemonogatari has the same fucking 50 people coming out, but it comes in last every fucking time. This is the perfect example of a vocal minority that has actual no representation of the greater audience. So it's fucking annoying when people come in just yapping about how great the show is and about how other shows are trash, when the results just say that it's fucking trash itself, dude. Why is it losing to a trash show? What does that really say about it, huh? It's peak. You need a better fucking answer than that, dude. I told you, convince me and justify I should watch it. If you can't even justify it, I'm not gonna bother wasting my time. You need other people to convince your own opinion? Bro, it's your own convictions. You should already have the fucking framework to explain why I should watch it. Why are you asking other people for your opinion? Formulate it yourself. It's really good. It's peak. These are such weak fucking justifications. All you had to do was say some shit like, hey, this is a highly anticipated anime coming out in a couple months. I think that this niche, this genre, perfectly overlaps with your current audience of isekai and power fantasy. I think if you made a trailer reaction, it would do really well for viewership. If you if literally just think like that, and then you could have probably done it. But this is why you're stuck in class 1E, man. You're gonna get expelled at this rate. Alright, let's go back to the light novel.
there weren't that many helping to search for an eyewitness. Hiratu and Karu Aizawa led the hero and gal team, while Kushida led the beautiful girl and entourage team. They intended to search the campus themselves. Even so, it'd be difficult to get results in such a short span of time. There were around 400 students in this school.
Right, we're
Even
trying to
if
get
we
some
left out
proof.
everyone from class 1D, it wouldn't make a big difference. Finding everyone would still be difficult even if you included break times, lunch, after class, and early morning. Alright, I'm going to the dorms. Are you really heading back? Horikita-san? Horikita nodded without hesitation. and promptly left the class.
She's not here to hang out with you guys.
She didn't quail under.
Wait. Something's wrong here. It's not 1.25 speed. Let's go.
Everyone's gazes, which all expressed variations on your leaving. She would probably grow up to be a fierce woman, the type that leaves social outings without reading the room and concludes meetings exactly on time.
Sounds like a fucking, I don't know, a fierce leader in the future, huh? I would never want Suzuki to be my mom. Oh my god, could you imagine the type of like helicopter tiger parent she would be? Oh dude, it would be the worst fucking mother ever.
Well then, if Horikita's tactic was to stride out of the classroom with confidence, mine was the opposite. I tried to slip into the shadows. Ayano Kuji-kun.
I tried to slip into the shadows. Okay, Mr. fucking Sid Kageno. Bro is lurking in the shadows to hunt the shadows.
I tried to exit stealthily through the classroom. I tried to be swift as a ninja, but had been discovered. Kushida stopped me in my tracks, a slight hint of unease in her voice. What? Do you need something? I asked. I'm sorry, Kushida. I'm going to steal my heart and refuse your invitation, and then I'll go back to the dorms. You will help us out, won't you? She asked. Of course, I couldn't refuse. Slightly upturned eyes plus pleading equals lethal. I couldn't help but feel like Kushida
Slightly upturned eyes and pleading equals lethal. Kushida's using her fucking puppy eyes.
was controlling me, irresistible. No matter how someone might resolve not to fall asleep. For
Bro,
example,
come on.
They would still drift away after 24 to 48 hours, tops. Sooner or later, no matter the person's willpower, they'd exhaust themselves. In other words, everyone has their breaking point. It's a human mechanism. After I was done excusing myself, Kushida made a suggestion. I want to get Horikita-san to help us out this time. Can you try asking her again? But she already left. They failed to stop her mere moments before. Was it already time for revenge? Yeah, I want to chase after her. If Horikita-san helps, I think she'll make a big difference. Well, I can't argue with you there. If we take the time to...
Did she make a fucking big difference in this arc? Anakoji just kind of manipulated her. She did give a little bit of a... She did have a scene in the court scenes, and we did tickle her a bit. I guess she was important.
convince her. Do you think we'll have a chance? If she wanted to try again, I didn't really have a right to stop her. I nodded. I can. Yamoki-kun. Could you two please wait here? We'll be back right away. Kushida said. Okay. The boys chorused. You certainly couldn't claim those two were friendly with Horikita. Kushida seemed to notice that. Let's go. Kushida
Yamoki and Ike. Friendly with Horikita. Absolutely not. You're right. Yep.
took my arm, and we left together. What in the world
Wait. Kushida took my arm. What?
was this unprecedented feeling of elation? For some reason, I thought I heard Ike and Yamoki angrily yelling at me.
Kushida's holding Anakoji's arm. Ike and Yamoki are super pissed off because
But it must have been my imagination. Hey, by the time we'd made it to the building's entrance, Horikita was nowhere to be found. I thought she'd probably left. She wasn't the type to stop for anything, so she probably headed straight towards the dorms. I made my way past students putting on their shoes, getting ready to go home. Most people strolled in groups of 2 or more as they headed back, but I glimpsed a lone figure walking with confidence. It was Horikita. Horikita-san.
Oh,
I
Suzune.
hesitated, but Horikita responded at once. What is it? Apparently she hadn't thought we'd chase after her. She turned, looking surprised. I really want you to help us with Sadu's case. Is that possible? I thought I already declined. A few minutes ago, no less. Horikita shrugged, as if expressing how idiotic she found us. I know you did, but I think this is necessary to reach Class A. Necessary
Come
to
on,
reach
help
Class
us.
A. Horikita looked unconvinced. She didn't seem to be listening to Kushida. You're free to run
she's just completely given up, huh?
about for Sadu.
Well, giving up on helping them to get to Class A. She just wants them to be just expelled, but then we lose points, man.
Kan's sake, I've no right to stop you. However, if you need help, try someone else. I'm busy, Horikita said. Busy, but everyone else is busy with Sadu's case right now. I blurted out, earning a glare from Horikita.
Hello, Rio.
Her eyes seemed to say, why are you still talking? I have an important daily routine, so I need my alone time.
My important daily routine, which is, I think, shown in the pool episode in the anime. It has her clock, and she basically, like, studies for, like, 3 hours. Then she naps for, like, an hour. Then she gets up to study for, like, 3 hours. Then, like, naps for an hour. And, like, it's basically those increments over and over again. It's fucking... No.
It's unpleasant to have that time stolen from me. Just the answer I would expect from an unabashed misanthrope. If she'd simply said she didn't like spending time
Misanthrope?
with other people, that would have...
Misanthrope? Hold up. A person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society. Basically a Sigma.
Sounded like an excuse. Even if I step in and save him now, he'll land himself in trouble again. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? You seem to think that Sadu-kun is the victim here, but I think differently. Huh? But isn't Sadu-kun the victim? Besides, it would be bad if he were lying. Kushida didn't seem to understand Horikita's meaning. Maybe the Class C students really did start this fight, but Sadu-kun was also one of the perpetrators. Wait, what do you mean? Wasn't Sadu-kun dragged into the fight? Horikita slowly turned her gaze towards me, her expression saying good grief. No, I didn't say anything. I averted my eyes as if trying to escape. After a silent moment, Horikita spoke in an exasperated voice. Why was he dragged into the
Doesn't
fight?
he sound so
This
pissed
problem will
off?
persist until we understand that fundamental question.
Why was he dragged into a fight? I'm just trying to guess, like, I don't know, Ryuin wanted to, like, crush the people beneath him because, you know, they could be coming for him and it's just kind of easy to just get rid of them. It could be just as simple as him, Pseudo, getting recognition as, like, such a rookie to get on, like, the starting lineup in the basketball team. And other C-class members in that basketball team were jealous and it did that. It's one of those two, right?
Got it? I do not wish to help until that question is answered. Since you weren't able to convince me, why don't you ask the guy standing next to you? Even though he pretends not to understand what I'm thinking, he probably does. Please,
What guy?
stop saying that I understand you. Kushida looked at me, unable to hide her
Oh, Kushida was talking. Okay.
confusion. Her expression seemed to ask what I knew. Come on, Horikita, don't say anything unnecessary. Horikita began to walk off, indicating that the rest was up to me. Kushida seemed to have finally listened to Horikita and stopped chasing after her. Sadu-kun is a perpetrator? Is that true? She asked. Kushida turned to me, as if asking me to save him again. Since Horikita had revealed that I was feigning ignorance, things were probably going to be a pain in the butt. Besides, I'd gladly give Kushida my bank pin if she asked.
Like, this is not before we met Kushida's real side. This is after. She still has a fucking duplicate key copy of our place. And now bro is fine with giving her his fucking bank pin. This... Where... Bro, come on! Come on! Horny Koji's insane!
With such a cute expression, I understand a little of what Horikita meant. At
What
the
the
very least,
fuck?
Sadu does share some fault in this case. He's the type who gets angry easily, right? Whenever he's faced with someone he doesn't like, he lashes out and speaks and acts in an aggressive, domineering way. When I heard he was being considered for a regular spot on the basketball team, I was both surprised and impressed. No one disagrees that he's an incredible player, but if he acts so arrogant and prideful, some people will come to hate him. Those who work incredibly hard for their spot would probably see Sadu as a rather disagreeable person. Then there are the
Yeah.
ones, right?
That's what I was kind of assuming. Like, the people in C class that is in the basketball team got jealous of that, but... Or Ryuin just kind of masterminded it. Maybe it's a combination of both.
People say that Sadu's been fighting people since junior high. I haven't met anyone who knew Sadu at his previous school, but considering how many people are talking about it, there might be something to the rumor. People didn't
That's... Well... He does fight really easily, though. I wonder if these are just, like, baseless rumors, but we have seen him just fight really easily.
hold a very good impression of Sadu. This was bound to happen eventually. That's why Horikita said Sadu was a perpetrator. So his typical behavior, plus his repeated actions, led to this situation. Then, Kushida asked, yeah, as long as he continues to antagonize those around him, trouble will inevitably follow. Also, if there's no proof, then people will use his image against him. In other words, they'll judge him based on their impressions. For example, let's say there was a murder case. There are
What?
two suspects. One of them has committed murder in the past, while the other is a good,
Oh,
upstanding
basically just like, you know, your reputation matters. It doesn't matter what's true or not. It's what people perceives you as. It's not about being innocent in front of the court. It's about the public opinion.
citizen. Based on that information, who would you believe? If asked, nearly everyone would give the same response. Well, I'd pick the upstanding citizen. Of course, the truth might be different. However, the less information you have upon which to base your judgment, the more you have to rely on whatever meager information you have at hand. That's what's happening here. Horikita cannot overlook the fact that Sadu doesn't recognize his flaws. I didn't think this was exactly a you reap what you sow situation. I see. So that's what she meant. Kushida
Like, that's so dumb to think of it like you reap what you sow situation when it's like, it's your own fucking team. Like, I don't know. Suzume just has like the most... She just straight up right wing. She victim blames pretty fucking hard. She's like, you get what you fucking get. I don't care. Someone gets hit by a fucking car. Why does he get hit by a fucking car, idiot? Should have fucking dodged it. Dumbass. It's on you.
Ida gave a small nod. So Horikita-san isn't going to save Sadu-kun because she wants to teach him a lesson? I guess so. Yeah, but
He ain't gonna be learning a lesson if he gets fucking expelled, dude.
I punish
And
him.
neither are
She
we.
wants him to understand himself better. Kushida understood, but clearly didn't agree. It seemed like she was a little angry, bling her fists in anger. I don't agree with abandoning Sadu-kun just to punish him. If she's dissatisfied with him, I think she should at least talk to him directly. That's what friends would do. I didn't think
Friends.
that Horikita
But are they
considered Sadu her
friends?
friend, though. Besides, Horikita wasn't the type to teach through kindness. She didn't feel an obligation to others. You should act according to your own principles, Kushida.
You know the saying carrot and the stick? Basically for a horse, you give them a carrot, dangle it in front so they want to work for it. But sometimes you give them the stick, which means you kind of just like, you don't beat them up, but you slap them around to work harder to get the carrot. It's like every time you want to get to the reward, you might sometimes have to do a little bit of punishment to get there, right? But like, all she is just pure punishment. There is no payoff. Suzume is just stick and stick, no carrot.
I don't think it's wrong to want to help Sadu. Yeah, Kushida nodded without hesitation. She would extend her hand to a friend in need as many times as it took. It sounds simple, but it was actually difficult. Only someone like Kushida could do such a thing. However, I think it would be better if we carefully considered whether or not to directly point out Sadu's problems. If he doesn't actually take the time to reflect, there's no point. There are certain realizations you can only come to on your own. Okay, I understand. I'll follow your advice. Ayanokuchi-kun. Kushida arched her back and stretched.
Kushida arched her back and stretched. Is there a scene of this? Is there a scene of this? I don't think so. This is the next scene, but I think this is what is going on right now. Suzume and Kushida talking with Anakoji. I think this is right there, right? Because before this was Ikei's like delusions. And then the next one is Sakura, which is yet to happen. So I think this is pretty much right there. Except we're not seeing her stretch and arc her back.
I'd changed her thinking. Okay, let's go hunt for the witness. We returned to the classroom and rejoined Ike and Yamoki. Huh? So, you couldn't persuade Horikita? Ike said. No, I'm sorry. I failed. Kushida replied. No, you don't have to apologize, Kushida-chan. We should be fine with who we already have. I'm counting on you. Ike-kun, Yamoki-kun. Kushida appealed with sparkling eyes. The two of them.
I'm counting on you, Ike and Yamoki. What absolute buffoons. Like, oh my god. I don't feel confident at all counting on those two idiots. I would never trust them with anything.
Gazed back, love struck. Okay, so where should we start? Randomly searching for a witness would be ineffective. It would have been better to come up with a plan before starting our search. If no one has any objections, how about we start by asking around Class B? I asked. Why Class B? Because that's the class that would most want a witness. Sorry, I don't quite understand. Ayanokuchi-kun. Between D and C, which class most threatens Class B? Or to put it another way, which
Class C does. Class D has no plans on even trying to get to Class B right now. Not even close. Ryuin, does he have his eyes out on Ichino? See, it sounds like Ryuin's just too busy fucking around with Anakoji, to be honest. Then again, he was thinking like skipping Class B and going for Arisu's head immediately based on the way he was talking in the earlier seasons.
class is more likely to threaten B's place in the ranking. C? Of course. So we should ask C last, I suppose. But why not start with Class A? We know too little about Class A. I don't think they'd want to get involved in a troublesome affair that might negatively impact their points. It's also possible that Class...
You think Baldi and Arisu would even give a shit about this drama? Would they care? Maybe just because Anakoji's around, but I don't think Anakoji has been processed as a threat, like an alarm to a lot of people. I don't think people really understand that they should be looking out for Anakoji just yet. He hasn't really done anything yet.
Say students don't care, as they feel no connection to what goes on between C and D. Of course, I still didn't know if we could trust Class B. If they had a particularly cunning person, he or she might have devised a plan to
Ichinose.
defeat not only C, but Class D as well. Even if that plan didn't exist,
I wonder if Ichinose has ever thought about that. Hello, Sir Gregor.
believe we ought to prepare countermeasures based on that idea. Well then, let's go to Class B right away. Kushida cried. Stop. I reflexively grabbed the back of Kushida's collar. Naya. Surprised, Kushida let out a cat-like yelp. So cute. After seeing
Anakoji basically just grabbed Kushida's collar and Kushida cried like a cat. And now he's like, oh, so cute.
In Kashida's adorable reaction, Yamoki had hearts in his eyes. She was
Yamoki has hearts in his eyes.
probably being adorable on purpose. Despite thinking that, my heart pounded like crazy. It is
The blood flow is going somewhere right now.
certainly true that your excellent communication skills are indispensable. However, this isn't the same as casually strolling into another class and trying to make friends. You think so? If the witness was willing to help Class D for nothing, or if they were friendly, then there'd be no need to worry. However, if the witness was a calculating person, then he or she might not agree to help. We wouldn't know whether that person would
Sakura, is she? I'm not sure. Is she? Well, I just don't have the best opinion of Sakura, so I should probably not say anything about her.
assist Class D unless we tried asking, though. Even if we went to Class B to talk. How would things turn out? Do you know anyone in Class B? I do. I've only gotten to know a few
Ichinose.
people, though. Kashida said, well then, let's talk to those people first then. We absolutely did not want word to get out that Class D was frantically searching for witnesses. Wait, ask them one by one? Wouldn't it be way easier to ask everyone at the same time?
What?
Said Ike. He didn't seem to like.
Are you? Should you approach them all at once? I feel like this should be separated personally.
This roundabout way of doing things. I also think you're being too negative. I do think it's a good idea to ask Class B, but I also think we should ask several people at once. If not,
Okay.
we may not find the witness in time. I see.
Okay.
You might be right about that. We should do what you think is best, Kashida. I'm sorry, Ayanokuji-kun. Kashida clasped her hands together apologetically. She hadn't really done anything wrong, though. It was only natural that we'd have different opinions on the matter. Besides, in times like these the majority should decide what to do. Kashida's plan had convinced me, so I withdrew my own. Suddenly, I felt
Okay,
a
let
sensation,
Kushida do
like
it.
someone was watching me. I turned around.
Someone's watching. Someone's watching. Who could it be? Who could it be right now?
About
Ryuen.
1/3 of our class remained in the room. Nothing here seemed especially odd. Still, I couldn't quite put my finger on exactly what was bothering me, or who'd given
Sakura? Sakura. Maybe Sakura's looking.
me the feeling of being watched.
Sakura! Sakura! I'm gonna say Sakura. It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
3. The first classroom we visited had a slightly different atmosphere. Although it looked fundamentally the same as ours, it felt as though we had come to an alien place. It was a bit like soccer. Clearly, the difference between a home and an away game in soccer was no trivial thing. We also didn't know if the students around us were friend or foe.
This is Anakoji visiting a new class and thinking that this is like an away game at a different school because of a different classroom, but soccer analogy. Does he even play soccer? The fuck?
Even Ike and Yamoki appeared to be shaking in their boots. They simply stood frozen in the classroom doorway.
Beta cucks, Yamoki and Ike. They're too frozen. They don't know what to do.
Unable to move, Kashida was the only one who remained unfazed. In fact, she found her Class B friends and, with a smile on her face, waved at them. and
Okay,
headed
we're
over.
visiting
What an
Ichinose.
incredible attitude. I wanted to learn how to be like that. She chatted with people regardless of gender, exactly how she acted in Class D. No one was more jealous of this than Ike and Yamoki. Kashida was happily chatting with people who were clearly more attractive than they. Deep down.
I love the sometimes the narration from Anakoji, the light novel, and their descriptions of some characters. It's so funny to me, right? So even right now, we're just like straight up just shitting on Ike and Yamoki by saying shit like clearly Kushida was talking to people much more attractive than Ike and Yamoki, and Ike and Yamoki are getting mad. It's just so fucking funny to me, dude.
Admit, there are way too many guys after my Kushida-chan.
My
What
Kushida?
was he talking about? His Kushida? Don't panic, Ike. It's okay. We're in Kushida-chan's class, so we're one step ahead of them. The pair, comrades.
The cope. You think you're closer to her just because you share the same fucking classroom. You could not be any more
In
wrong.
vexation, grasped each other's arms. Although there
Oh
were only
my
about
God,
10
the
people left
cope,
in the
dude.
classroom, Kushida began explaining Sadu's case. All things considered, the atmosphere in Class B wasn't that different from Class D. Certainly not what I'd expect from a class full of honor students. They didn't seem especially formal. In fact, many of the students seemed to
They're
be
all chill, yeah?
pleased, although they were free to act however they wanted within school regulations. I'd expected their hair and clothing to be a bit more reserved. Instead, however, some students had dyed hair, and
Oh,
not
no
one
way.
certain girls wore rather short skirts. As
No way, dyed hair and short skirts. These fucking demons, these hooligans, absolute
the
delinquents.
saying goes, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Or perhaps they were superior to Class D in more than simple academics. This school was far too mysterious. Thinking about these things was a pain in the butt.
Are they all just better than us? Are they truly actually just better than us, man?
Anyway, I had only come here to accompany Kushida today, so I thought it best to leave things to her. I moved further away from the doorway to evade Ike and Yamoki's notice. I wanna go home. I didn't want them to hear me grumbling to myself. From outside the window, I could see the track and field club running and working up a sweat. The air conditioning inside school was especially effective, so I didn't really feel
Nice
like
air
going out.
conditioning.
Wow, those guys in the sports club really work hard, huh? Ike, having scouted around Class B, joined me in looking out the window. He was an especially capricious person, so waiting probably bored him. I think people who participate in clubs are stupid, he said. Why
The
would you
fuck?
say that?
Why?
You know such a statement will alienate about half of the students here, right? I didn't know the precise numbers, but I estimated at least
Ike doesn't like
60 to
club
70%
members.
of the students in this school participated in clubs. If you like exercising, then what's wrong with just doing it as a hobby? What benefit is there to undergoing such a harsh regimen? I thought it odd to view clubs
Harsh regimen? Ike's view of why a club is pointless is just so that you should just enjoy it casually rather than trying to be competitive about it. I mean, you can take a hobby and be competitive over it and compete for different competitions. There's nothing superficial about that.
club activities solely in terms of benefits or drawbacks. Besides, there were many benefits to participating in a club. You gain the skills necessary to build relationships. with
Yeah, the networking, the
and you
social
also got to
networking.
experience victory and defeat. These were things you couldn't learn just
You might not know, but like putting a kid through organized sports is some of the best thing you can do to make them more sociable and understand team dynamics. Like when you put a bunch of kids together and let them just play sports, something that's like physically competitive and perhaps there's a mind game component too. Like it's the best way for them to kind of understand how society works, right? How people work. You put 10 kids in the same room, some of them are going to emerge as leaders, some of them are going to emerge as like team support players, you know, they all got to understand how people can work together, the natural hierarchy that forms out of that. There's a lot of good lessons, team camaraderie, you know, respect, you know, fucking rivalry. All these things are really great, but Ike doesn't care about that. He's too busy playing fucking visual novels at home.
just by studying alone. Besides, someone who never participated in clubs and only went straight home after class could probably stand to learn that lesson. You're probably right, I said. I waited for a few minutes until I received Kushida's report. I certainly didn't expect what she told me. Chapter 4, An Unexpected
What'd she say?
Witness. The next morning, students busily exchanged information with each other. Those from Hirata's group and those with Kushida had spent yesterday searching for the witness. Ike and Yamoki hated ladies' men like Hirata, but seemed excited about
Wait. Ike and Yamoki hated ladies' men? Oh, ladies' men. Okay, you know, popular guys, like good guys like Hirata. Okay.
all of the girls who hung around him. They happily tried to chat them up. As I listened in, though, I heard that Hirata and his group hadn't obtained any valuable information. They recorded the names of the people to whom they'd spoken, and occasionally taken notes on their cell.
Hiratu and his like group of girls are kind of useless, to be honest. They don't really do much, huh? Have they ever contributed in a meaningful way other than just like be there just to look cool and kind of piss off Yamoki and Ike? I don't think so.
phones. Meanwhile, I was alone. Like always, I could talk to Kushida, but felt disadvantaged when it came to a
They just feel like filler background noise that just exists just to fill the classroom sometimes, you know? I feel like that's how I view Hirata and his like so-called group of fangirls.
group. I couldn't really talk, so I asked Kushida to fill in me later. Meanwhile, my neighbor, who continued to reject Kushida's invitations, no matter what, sat with a nonchalant expression as she prepared for class. Sadu, the person of interest, still hadn't arrived. Man, can we even prove that those Class C guys were in the wrong? Ike asked. As long as we can find a witness. It's not impossible. Let's keep trying our best. I can. Before we try our best, though, is there even a witness in the first place? Didn't
Sakura!
Sakura only say that he thought someone might have been there?
Sakura!
Wasn't that just a lie? I mean, he is violent, and he does provoke people. If we keep doubting him, we will.
This entire time, Sakura is just sitting in her fucking chair, just looking down and just trying not to be acknowledged while everyone's trying to figure out the fucking witness.
Won't make any progress. Am I wrong? I guess. You're probably right about that. But if Sadu is in the wrong, then our hard-earned points are all going to be stripped away, right? We'll be at 0-0. We'll be back to having no pocket money at all. Our
No
dreams as
money,
screwing
man.
around to our heart's content will remain unrealized. Then it would
Our dreams of fucking around to our heart's content will remain unrealized. Sad. I just want to buy more PSP Vitas, man.
be a good idea for everyone to start saving up again. Hirata said, it's only been 3 months since we started here. Our classroom hero didn't waver as he delivered his magnificent speech. The girls immediately blushed in response. Karu Aizawa wore a particularly proud expression, perhaps because she was
Kay!
the one he'd chosen to be his
Kay!
girlfriend. I do think our points
She was the one.
particularly proud expression, perhaps because she was the one he'd chosen to be his
He chosen. Did he choose Kay though? How does this relationship even start? Kay just basically wanted some support, some kind of backup, someone to like protect her, right? That's what she wanted, or at least that's what she was saying at the end of like beginning of season 2 when they were breaking up. It's like, why won't you fight for me, right? Didn't Kay basically just eye out Hirata and just kind of latch onto him and hoping that he would like protect her and guide her, and then Kay would be willing to do anything, but then she kind of got annoyed because he wouldn't, you know, enforce violence, and she's like, what? You don't actually love me? I had to find me a real man that's gonna let me get waterboarded, that's gonna let me get bullied, but he'll manipulate me and he'll protect me.
girlfriend. I do think our points are important. They're tied to our motivation, right? So, I will defend our class points to my last breath, even if it's only 87 points. I understand how you feel. However, it can be dangerous to cling to our points and lose sight of reality. The most important thing is to treasure our friends as much as possible.
The most important thing is to treasure our friends as much as possible. None of you are friends. Wait, hold up. I gotta play this scene sometimes.
堀北、俺はお前を仲間だと思ったことはない。
Not once, not you,
お前
not
も
Sudo, not Ike,
串田も
not Yamauki,
平田も
not Hondo,
すべての人
not Hakase. Fuck all of them. Alright.
Who considered Hirata a goody two-shoes, eyed him suspiciously. Even if Sadu was at fault, being punished when you'd done nothing wrong was horrible. That much was obvious. However, Hirata nodded without a moment's hesitation. It was as though he believed self-sacrifice was unimportant. Ike immediately looked downward, as if pressed under the weight of Hirata's noble intentions. I think what you're saying is reasonable, Hirata-kun, but I still want my points. The students in Class A get nearly 100,000 points every month.
Damn,
I'm
100k
super
every
envious of them.
month?
There are girls in their class who buy lots of stylish clothes and accessories. Aren't we just the bottom of the barrel compared
Yeah,
to
you
them?
are.
Karu Aizawa's legs dangled over her desk. People looked bitter when
Dangled over her desk.
she pointed out the stark difference between our classes.
She's not
Why
wrong,
couldn't I have
though.
been in Class A from the start. If I were in
Why can't you be in Class A from the start? You have no one but to blame yourself, dumbass.
Class A, I'd probably be loving every second of my student
No, if you started in Class A with your competency right now, you would have fucking dropped back down to Class D.
life. I wish I was in A too. I'd be doing so much fun stuff with my friends. Before I knew it, the
None of you
meeting
deserve
space
Class
had
A right now.
transformed into a grievance session with students pleading for a way out of the class. Horikita spontaneously broke into derisive laughter in response to Ike and Karuai.
Suzuna's laughing? Suzune is laughing? Have we ever heard Suzune laugh? Even like a mocking laugh, like a condescending laugh. I don't think there's ever been a scene where I've seen Suzune come close to laughing, right? I don't know. The closest thing would be Anako just like tickling her and her like shrieking and getting up.
Aizawa's delusions. As her neighbor, I was the only one who noticed. She seemed to be implying that they couldn't have started in Class A if they'd wanted to. Horikita
Oh, okay, she's basically doing the same thing as... Well, you too, Suzune. You can't start in Class A either.
immediately took out a library book and began reading, almost as if she was trying not to be distracted by the noise. At a glance, I saw she was reading Dostoevsky.
So, hold up. So basically, let me paint a scenario right now. You have Hirata, Kei, and everybody. They're all, the entire group right now. Class D is just basically just talking and thinking about how, oh, I wish I was in Class A. Things would be so much better. Then you have Suzune, the fucking loner. That's like all the way to the fucking corner, sitting by herself. She overhears this. She starts fucking laughing. Then she grabs a book to make it look like she's too busy and too important to even, you know, participate in fucking, you know, NPC behaviors like the rest of the class right now. Susune is so fucking edgy.
He's demons. A good choice. It would be awesome if there was some secret trick we could use to switch Class A in an instant. Saving up class points is way too hard. There was a 1,000 point difference between Class A and us. An absurdly huge difference.
It's not all about just saving up class points, man. You can do some, you know, you can plan some strategy so that other classes lose their class points, you know? That's how you should be approaching
And
this.
cheer up, Ike, because there is one way to instantly reach Class A.
Oh?
Chabashira-sensei spoke from the classroom and Grant's way.
Yo!
One way to
Cheer up, Ike, because there's one way to instantly get in Class A. See? Chabashira acknowledges Ike. Only Ike. Chabashira was not talking until she mentioned Ike. Bro, I'm telling you, Ike and Chabashira, this is the true shit. Ike is gonna fucking get the teacher, dude.
instantly reach Class A. Chabashira-sensei spoke from the classroom and Grant's way. She'd arrived just 5 minutes before class started. Wait,
Alright.
what did you say, Sensei? Ike nearly fell off his chair before recomposing himself. I said that there's a way to reach Class A without class points. Haruki
How? Without class points? Just get everyone else expelled and you're the only class at the school. I don't fucking know.
looked up from her book, probably trying to gauge whether Chabashira-sensei was lying. Come on, now, don't tease us, Sichan-sensei. Usually, Ike would have sunk his teeth into that information. This time, he laughed it off, as if saying he wouldn't be fooled. It's true, at this school, there are certain special methods you can use. Answered
What?
Chabashira-sensei.
Like how?
Judging from her answer, she didn't appear to be joking. I don't think she's saying that just to confuse us. Chabashira-sensei sometimes withheld information, but she didn't lie. Ike's guffaws gradually stopped. Sensei, what are these special methods?
What are
Ike
they?
inquired politely, as if not to offend her. All of the students fixed their eyes on Chabashira-sensei. Even those who didn't see a substantial benefit to reaching Class A appeared curious. I told you on the day you arrived. I said there's nothing you cannot buy with your points at
Right, private points are used to buy anything you want. You can buy back expelled students, you can buy anything. Class points, the ranking of the class points determine the regular school structure. Can you use private points to buy class points? There is also the student transfer option. Could you also maybe bribe like a... Like I don't know why the fuck anyone would accept this deal, but imagine Anakoji approaches Arisu, hey, we have 10 billion private points we've saved up. Can I give you this money so that you want to switch classes so that you guys all come down to Class D and we go to Class A? I don't know. But just manipulation with points.
this school. In other words, you can change classes by using your personal points. Chabashira-sensei
Individually.
shot a quick glance over at Harukitu and me. We had tested out that very method ourselves by
Only Susune and Anakoji. Interesting that Chabs is looking at them.
buying a test point from the school that supported the truth of her claim. Class points
Okay.
and private points were linked. If we didn't have any class points, then we wouldn't get the private points either. However,
True.
it wasn't a perfect one-to-one correlation. Based on what we'd heard, you didn't necessarily have to lose out on points, because students could transfer points. It was theoretically possible to collect private points even if your class points were at 0.
Yeah. Wait. What was her name again? What was the short-haired blue-hair girl? Remember the blue-hair girl that got bullied this recent episode? What's her name? What's her name, guys? Shinohara. Alright. Shinohara's broke as fuck. What is she selling her body for private points? I'm just saying, there's different ways to get private points even if your class points are at 0, huh? Exchange of goods and services for private points can definitely happen. I'm just saying.
Seriously, how many points do we need to save up to do that? 20 million. Do your best to conserve
20
points.
million.
Do that, and you can enter whichever class you like. After hearing that absurdly high number, Ike tumbled out of his chair. Did you just say 20 million? That's impossible, though. Everyone in the class started
Ike tumbled out of his chair, dude. He just fucking fell out of his fucking chair.
booing. Their disappointment was to be expected. Normally, yes, it would be impossible. However, as it's an avenue to Class A, it's naturally expensive. If I were to reduce the number by 1 digit, there would probably be over 100 people in Class A come graduation. Then,
Over 100 people. Well, there already is a lot of people. So instead of 20 million, 2 million points, right? 2 million is a lot more reachable for sure compared to
There'd be
20.
no point to our system, even by maintaining our monthly allotment of 100,000 points. That still wouldn't be an easy number to reach. Just out of curiosity, has anyone successfully changed their class like this before?
I don't think anyone has ever done this, right?
Oh, that was an obvious question. The Advanced Nurturing High School had been in operation for about 10 years. 1,000 and some students had struggled to make it through. If anyone had managed to achieve...
Wait, what?
Before, that was an obvious question. The Advanced Nurturing High School had been in operation for about 10 years.
10
1,000
years.
and some students had struggled to make it through. If anyone had managed to achieve success by that method, there would have been talk about it. Unfortunately,
No one's ever talked
no,
about it.
No one has done it before.
So no one has ever accomplished this before. And Ichinose has also mentioned this to us. So we learned about the system not through Chabs in the anime, but through Ichinose, right? 20 million points, and you can transfer to whatever class. And she kind of hints at like how she wants to kind of like work with Ayanokoji and like get the class A together. So like a crazy plot twist that I was thinking in the early seasons of this show was Ichinose somehow for whatever reason drops down to Ayanokoji's team to team up and go to class A. But I'm not sure if that's ever going to actually happen, man.
The reason why is as clear as day. Even if you perfectly maintain your class points upon starting school here, after 3 years you'd only have 3.6 million. Class A could raise points enough to reach 4 million. Normally, you simply wouldn't be able to do it. So, doesn't that just mean it's impossible? It's
For you,
almost
yeah.
impossible. However, that does not mean it actually is impossible.
For
There's a
other
big
people.
difference. Ike, however, around half the class had already lost interest in what she was saying.
Fucking losers. She gives you an opportunity, she gives you a method, and everybody's like, we can't do that, we're fucking useless. And these are the same people that were just complaining about, oh, if only I was born into class A. Blame your fucking incompetencies yourself, you clowns.
For students in Class D, who dreamed of a mere 100 or 200 private points, reaching 20 million was a faraway dream. It was beyond the scope of our imagination. May I ask one question, please? The watchful Horikita raised her hand. She looked quite determined.
Wait, before we get to Suzune's question, bathroom break, be right back. Alright, what's Suzune about to ask?
Considering this was a potential road to Class A, what is the highest number of points that a student has saved since the opening of this school? I'm just asking for the sake of reference.
Highest points that anyone has ever saved up. I'm gonna assume that it is Nagumo. Because technically he has united all of the second years. And even if he doesn't individually manage everybody's, I feel like he still has control over everybody's points, right? So Nagumo is probably the one with the most points. Ichinose is probably the most out of the first years because, you know, she's running a fucking crypto Ponzi scheme saying, hey, give me your money. I promise I'll keep it safe.
A very good question, Horikita. About 3 years ago, one student from Class B saved nearly 12 million points before graduating. T12 million, a student from Class
Wait, what?
B saved nearly 12 million points
3 years ago. Nearly 12 mil.
before graduating. T12 million, a student from Class B. He was expelled before graduation.
He
However,
got expelled?
so he was unable to save those 20
How did he get expelled? 2 million points, dude!
million points in the end. He was engaged.
There is no way you're actually in my chat right now asking me if I've seen Classroom of the Elite Season 3 Episode 4. Like, you know you can just do this, right? Like, you could, like, I don't know, go to my channel and, like, oh, the first thing you see is here? Oh, but like, I don't know, you could have, like, hit the video tab to see the latest video, you know? You could have done that, but you came here instead. You belong to Class 1E.
In a large-scale fraudulent operation to save up points. Fraudulent? He took advantage of the newly admitted first-year students who didn't yet understand the system. He went to them one by one.
Yo! This is what Ichinose is doing! Scamming! Crypto Ponzi scheme!
And scammed points out of them, so he could reach the 20 million points necessary to move to Class A. There was no way the school could overlook such reckless.
Why? Why would the school expel them for that rule, right? Because this school is pretty much just like, do whatever it takes to climb up the rankings. You can do whatever manipulation, mind games, deceit, do whatever the fuck you want, right? The fact that the school gives you questions that are impossible to answer, which then implies that they want you to go out of your way to find out different question banks and cheat your way out of this. This is all part of the school curriculum for you to be just, you know, scheming. So someone realizing that, holy shit, I can just manipulate these dumbasses, steal all their points. I feel like the school will be totally fine with it, right? Why would the school not be fine with this shit? The school already treats Class D students like they're fucking trash. They don't give them any support. They didn't even realize the value of those points in the first fucking month. Chabashira hit him with the fucking back of the head with the steel chair saying, you fucking dumbasses, you ain't getting any points now, right? Because there is no support system, right? It's all about like, figure it out or fucking die. If you get scammed, that's on you, dumbass. I feel like that is the moral, the lesson the school teaches you. It's about consent? No, it's not about consent, and that sounds fucking terrible out of context. But I feel like if these dumbasses got scammed on their first day here, is it unfair? Yes. But according to the teaching of the school, I feel like at some point it's like, no, you should have realized it. And because you didn't realize it, you fucking deserve it, dumbass. I hope you fucking die. I feel like that's what this school is about, right?
Actions, however, I don't think that his goal was particularly bad, but people who break.
If you get caught, it's over. Ah, okay. That's a little bit more fair, right? So it's like, if he actually didn't get caught and was able to get away with this, then the school would reward his behavior. And it's like, it's fine. But it's like, if he actually got caught, then it's like, all right, you were not carefully scheming enough, right? You did not you didn't do this crypto scam you know, competently, so we're gonna punish you for getting caught. Okay, I can totally understand that.
Break the rules must be punished. That was more than a mere anecdote. That story made the possibility of success sound truly impossible. So, you're saying that even if we were to use criminal methods, 12 million points is about the limit? Horikita muttered, give up on that method. Strive to save up your points responsibly. Horikita returned to...
It's just like society? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's like... there's a saying, right? It's not cheating if you don't get caught. And obviously there's some... It's an ethically gray... The moral boundaries are kind of getting, you know, cloudy. Obviously there are some contexts that, you know, nuance matters, but don't get caught and you're not cheating, huh? That pretty much is the school.
Reading, likely feeling idiotic for bothering to raise her hand at all. In this world, stories that seem too good to be true are just that. Oh, that reminds me, none of you have gotten any points yet from club activities. Have you? Remarked Chabashira and...
Wait, points from club activities? Maybe this is why Aike was focusing on how clubs are stupid, you know, when you were seeing that. So you can get points from clubs?
With the air of suddenly remembering. What do you mean? There are cases where individuals may win points based on their efforts in club activities.
What? This is totally new. I don't think we've ever been told this in the anime, right? We know that other things are important, like sports and, it's not just studying, but what the fuck? The pool episode. Did they mention this in the pool episode? I forget, but I didn't realize that you can just get points from fucking clubs too. Huh. She tells him that. Yeah, and now 3 months in. 3 fucking months in. Chabashira now tells him, "You fucking idiots. You didn't join any clubs, did you? No, you didn't. That's why y'all are trash. Come on, Chabs!"
Participation. For example, if someone in a calligraphy club were to win a contest.
Calligraphy club. Is there a tea ceremony club? Is there a piano club? I feel like Ayano Koji should join.
They could receive corresponding points for that award.
Damn.
This new information took everyone aback. Why, you mean we can get points for participating in clubs? Yes, the other classes.
That's why every other student fucking participates in a club. Like 60 to 70 people have joined a club, and we were shit talking, not even realizing that holy shit, they're just doing this to get fucking more points.
Should have already been well informed of this. What the hell?
Wait.
Clubs? Yes. The other classes should have already...
The other classes should have already been well informed of this. But unfortunately, not our fucking class, at least not until 3 months into the fucking school, because our homeroom teacher does not set us up for success. No. Chabashira does not give a fuck about you. If you don't know what you don't know, that's on you, dumb motherfucker. You should have just known it. It's up to you to figure this shit out. Come on, Chabs.
What the hell? That's so mean. Why didn't you tell us earlier? I simply forgot. Sorry. How?
Oh, I simply forgot. She said this exact same fucking line when we were studying for a test, and it turns out, oh, that material, it doesn't matter anymore. It's a totally different set of material now. Oops, I just forgot. Tee. I think this is just more of Chabashira being so cynical and cold and lost attachment of any hopes for a Class D to rise up. So she's become bitter. She doesn't want to get invested. Now she's just basically fucking around with their new toys. just kind of saying, if you don't figure this out, that's on you. I don't care. I'm not gonna get invested. You know? That's fucking dumb, dude. That's actually fucking hilarious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna stop the light novel reading here for now because it's almost 9 a.m. But can anyone guess what video I have for you after stream? Anybody? Anybody? Skimichi? Skimichi, huh? Skimichi? Skimichi, huh? Sir Gregor, what do you think I'm gonna upload? That'd be kind of cheating. Well, no, he uploaded a batch of videos, so he still has like a he's got a 50-50 chance. Skimichi? That's right! The anime that no one actually gives a fuck about on my channel reincarnated as a slime, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending this morning reading and listening to the Classroom of the Elite light novel, but it's almost 9 a.m. because 9 a.m. means that it's time for me to go to my day job so I can continue to pay the bills, so I can continue to make anime content. Tonight, we will be streaming on Twitch. We have Instant Death. We have Chain Soldier. If I'm early enough, I might start a Snafu episode. And we'll probably cover another episode of Skimichi Moonlit Fantasy. I think that is the game plan for tonight. So again, thank you to everyone showing up, but it's not over yet because I have Tensura episode 15. So please go show this video some love. Just like how you show me love in today's stream. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye.